Hey guys, it's Vix here, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to get the Awaken Gazebo achievement. But before we start, I want to give a massive shout out to my friend, and his Twitter will be in the link in the description below. He doesn't do YouTube, but he's got a Twitter, and he said, you know what, just give me the Twitter fame and stuff. But if you do have a Twitter account, I would absolutely really appreciate it if you could go to his Twitter and just, follow him, say thanks for helping Vix out, etc, etc. But let's get into the achievement, Awaken the Gazebo. So what you're going to want to do is, this is best works for 2 or 3 players. We did it with 2, so that was awesome. And what you're going to want to do is, on round 1, leave 1 zombie. Do not shoot that 1 zombie. Make sure he has 100% health, and then make your way down. So over here you can see I'm really trying to rack my points up. I'm going for the legs, trying to maximize my points in every single way possible. And then once I have 1 zombie left, I make my way down. Now the chalks are going to play a massive part into this achievement, and that is why it's really difficult. So over here you want to get the Remington chalk and use it on the question mark over here. This will allow you to get 1,000 points. For those of you who don't know, chalks give you 1,000 points. Now my friend was such a legend, he kept downing himself so I could get more points off him, which allowed me to get 3 total goals in the box. Usually you would only get 2 with the total amount of points you have gained, but if your friend downs himself, you will get 3 goals at the box. And what you want to get is this new time bomb weapon. Now, once you have the time bomb weapon, I do recommend that you have a secondary weapon with it. So along with the time bomb, I would recommend to get an MTAR. And then you're going to want to, just carry on with your rounds. Be sure to place the time bomb on round 1. And then carry on with your rounds and just, open up the doors that I show you right now. These will play a massive role. And if you don't open every single door that I stated, you're screwed. Juggernaut and power is optional. You can open them if you want to. I did, just to make the whole game easier on myself. So over here, the first door that we are going to open is the Bowie knife door. I believe we just opened the gunsmith door as well. So over here we're going to be opening the walkway, which basically connects both parts of the map. You'll see in a second that I turn around so you can guys get a better view. Over here you see Huckleberry just fall down. That's what I opened up next. And then further on we have the church. I mean, not the church, the courtroom that we're going to open up. And over here we're going to be opening up the church. So these, you have to open these. If you don't, you're screwed, because the chalks won't be able to be placed and you won't be able to get your points. Next up, I open up the mansion, and for those of you who don't know, both the doors that Huckleberry breaks and the doors that you open with points, they still work when you go back to round 1. They're still open. So what you're going to want to do is open all these doors, because they will still be open on round 1 when you transfer back into time. Doesn't make sense, I know, but hey, it's zombies. So over here you want to open the Lucy Lane's mansion door, and then go back in time to round 1. Now you want to get the chalks that we opened up from the gunsmith saloon and go to the question marks that I show in the video. So this is where the doors really help you out. So over here I've fast forwarded, I didn't come back for the chalks. You see the first chalk that we're going to go to is through the Bowie knife door, and then it's basically on the outer ledge of this building, of the saloon. And over here is the first question mark that I got my first 1,000 points from. And then we move on to the second place of the chalk, which was the church. So over here you want to go up the stairs. I was really dopey, that's why I kept going on straight, because I recorded this late night. As I'm making this video, it's 2:36, so forgive me. So over here is the second chalk that you're going to want to place down, and just do your magic chalk stuff. You have to obviously go back for the chalk and re-get them, because you cannot carry more than 1. The third place I went to was the courtroom. Now obviously you can choose the locations of the weapons that you put on these chalks, but over here I was just doing the achievement guide, and therefore I wasn't really bothered where I put the 2, well, where I put all the chalks, well, where I put all the weapons from the chalk. So last but not least, this one is opposite the prison where the prisoner is kept, and then the very last one is over here when you go up the stairs and you go to this question mark. Right opposite, on the right of Jug, and you can go up these stairs, and that is it. You have 6,000 points. Now is the very difficult part of facing Lucy Lane. If she even hits you once, you have lost 2,000 points, and you must repeat the whole process once again. That is why we had to do this so many times. I got extremely lucky, and you just have to be patient. Play it cool. Do not rush in, because she will get you, and then you are screwed. So play it very safe. As you guys can see, I'm waiting for it to respawn, because I don't want to risk it. I don't want to do this again. It was absolutely awful. and over here I eventually do it. I get through and I get to the garden. Now obviously my friend was getting owned back then because all he had was an M1911 pistol, and over here I'm trying to get through it and pack a punch my weapon, but obviously I make it through the maze. Now one thing I will say, when you're doing this, to make it through the maze you can use the cracks in the ground, which will help you navigate through the maze. If you follow the cracks, they'll eventually lead you to the exit of the maze. Now finally we are at the end of the achievement. You pack a punch your weapon, and once you pick it up you will have the Awaken Gazebo achievement. It is a very, very, very hard achievement to do, and I only recommend hardcore zombie fans to do it, because if you're a casual player it's just not worth it. You might as well just play on with the zombie map. But if you want all the achievements like you're an achievement hunter, then I definitely recommend you guys to get it. If this video was helpful, be sure to leave a like rating on it. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. I would extremely, extremely, extremely appreciate it if you could go over to Carl's Twitter, link will be in the description below, and tell him thank you and follow him. Just, say thank you for helping Vix out on the, video. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. My name is Vix, and I hope I see you all soon in my next video. Bye!